Hey, what is going on, guys? Hex Competitive back again today with a brand new video, and as was down in the title below will be the tab we're talking about today. So Fuuka episode 10. After we got that week off, and yeah, they hit us hard with this episode, man. We got a week off. I'm glad we got to gather ourselves and then get ready for this freaking episode, especially because what this episode should have been, and we'll get into that later. Now, Fuuka, we see in this episode that she is continuing to break. She's not even break, she's shattering. I mean, she's literally just crumbling, man. So Fuuka basically is coming to realization how she feels in this episode. She even says, I know how I feel now. I love you. I feel like Koyuki does. And we all know that Koyuki told Fuuka, write from your heart. Write about what you're feeling. That's what your lyrics should be based off of, because that means you're actually putting true emotions into your songs. It's not just a bunch of empty words. That's how musicians do their music. And Koyuki obviously knows if Fuuka likes you, she's gonna know, and she's worried about that because she figured out Fuuka before Fuuka even figured out herself. Really, I mean, because you meet up, they hang out, and they make a band together. So right then and there, you can see just the chemistry they have and this wild love story they're really going on, and Koyuki sees that. And so Fuuka shatters throughout this episode, and at the end, I'm going to jump to the end here really quick, and we're going to go through everything else. Now, a lot of you guys are probably just asking me, why is Fuuka leaving then? Why is Fuuka leaving the band, Hex? Why? I don't understand. What's her train of thought here? And really, oddly enough, Scum's Wish kind of helped me out with this. Right when it happened, I instantly saw it, and it's all about distance. Because the last episode of Scum's Wish was about Ekchan distancing herself from Hanabi. And it's about that distance. Sometimes you got to burn some bridges in order to face someone later on in life. Again, it's kind of like when you leave an ex. And where Fuuka is, she's in a position where it's clearly that Koyuki loves you. Everyone knows that. She stayed in front of hundreds of thousands of fans, everything. So you put yourself in Fuuka's position. She really doesn't have an option. She doesn't have a choice. Yeah, Koyuki's technically, you's not technically, Koyuki's boyfriend yet, but at the same time, you got to put in perspective, it's 1 versus a million. If Fuuka were to make a move on you and actually get with you, how would their band be perceived? Because we saw how freaking people perceive their band whenever you had a thing with Koyuki. Now to see you leave Koyuki after everyone just started cheering Koyuki on for her, rooting for her love for you, how would that affect them if Fuuka and you got together? You got to put that in perspective. How would that affect them? I mean, that's something you got to ask yourself, man. I'm really interested to see what your guys' thoughts are on that down in the comments below. Definitely leave your thoughts. What would you do? You're put in a position where, even it could be even life-threatening. They threw bottles at you and they even cut them on the face. So, it's a very odd and or dangerous situation to be. So, we also get the return of Tama-chan, and she ends up liking Fuuka's music. She's like, wow, she's good. She's the real deal. Even the bassist, they noticed that. I can't remember the hedgehog, I can't remember Sarah's brother's name, but they're like, whoa, she's good. Isn't that your sister? And we found out the bass that you has is actually one of the hedgehog members. He's like, well, you left it here just to collect dust. So, yeah, we gave it to him. We better put it to use. And we also see the return home of Mikasa. So Mikasa actually has a really hard life. Most definitely the hardest life out of all of these characters. Probably he's disowned by his family just because he likes music. Can you imagine that? You like music, you're in a band, leave, you're not welcome here anymore. Like, what? And obviously we see that his dad's basically a rich piece of shit, to be quite frankly. He's just kind of like, you gotta do what the family did. You gotta become rich, famous, whatever. You gotta become a rich, noble kind of person. It's just kind of like that. You gotta lead by example. You gotta do what we did. You don't get to do what you did. You gotta do what we did. That's the only way you're gonna be successful in life. And I hate characters like that, man. It's just like, and it's funny because there's people out there like that. It's just kind of like, are you blind? Like, is that really even your kid? Like, you don't view him as one. Given he's disowned by the family, but that's your own flesh and blood. You expect to mold him into something that you want. Why can't he be his own person? And I hate characters that think they get to mold their children into what they want them to be. Yes, in a sense, like a good person and stuff like that. But to decide their career, what is it? It's like this is a command economy. You get told what to do by the government, and that's how you work. Thank God that's not us. So, but it just kind of irks me, and I hate to see characters like that. And that's why I like Mikasa's character so much. Mikasa's awesome, man. And his sister, we even see that she cares for him too. But Obviously, Mikasa's in the right here. Dad's in the wrong. Dad's a piece of shit. That's all we need to know about that. So let's actually jump into the song now. What were my thoughts on the song? I had to watch it twice. Want to get all the lyrics in. It's basically Fuuka saying, I'm going to lay it all out there. I'm going to put it all out there. But we see that she's leaving the band. She's going to leave, and now that kind of contradicts her statement in her music. She didn't write from the heart truly then, did she? I mean, maybe she did, but she's just going back on her song and her words and her lyrics. Now, she's basically saying, I'm going to let it all out. I'm going to put it all on the line. I'm going to tell you how I feel, and at the same time, I'm doing this so I can try to have a future with you, and in the future. That's what the lyrics said. I mean, sometimes they even state that word for word. Now, the fact of the matter is, it really gets me, is she's trying not to cry, and that's just kind of like, oh, that's so, that's so sweet, right? It's like, it's kind of adorable in a way, but it's so sad in a way too. And once again, I want to go back, she just can't tell him how she feels, and I understand why Fuuka, this is clever writing, and I don't know if I think it's just kind of writing to which we're just supposed to grasp the concept of, hey, look how all these things are going on around her, look at all these things that happened before she came to realize how she truly feels about you. She can't do it. It would ruin not only her, but the band, and all the freaking controversy would be terrible, right? So you can only imagine how hard it is for her, man. It's terrible. It's terrible. I really understand Fuuka's pain right now, in a sense. But now, I'm going to the spoiler territory for the manga. So if you guys made it this far in the manga, if you guys made it this far in the video, be sure to, you can leave your thoughts, but don't, just leave context. Don't list the main plot point of what I'm about to say. Now that truck was actually supposed to hit Fuuka, and Fuuka was actually supposed to die. Yeah. Now, picture this. Picture a show where in Naruto. The story's name. The anime story is named after Naruto. It's called Naruto. Picture if the main character that the story is based on, that named on, dies. Just picture if Naruto died halfway through the Great Ninja War. Didn't even get to make it to the end. Now that would be crazy. Now Fuuka technically dies in chapter 36 through 38 is when it actually happens, and the whole plot point of her getting hit by a truck and dying happens. Now picture that. But now picture this. Not only is the story named Fuuka and the girl Fuuka would die, this happens in chapter 36, 38, and the manga is on chapter 140 plus. Picture that. The story goes 4 times the length in which Fuuka dies. It's still going. It's 4 times as long. Picture that. Picture 100 chapters without Fuuka. Whoa. Just picture that for a minute. 100 chapters without Fuuka. And she's been this main plot point throughout the first 40 said chapters. Whoa. But that would not have went well in the anime. I'm glad they took it out. I'm glad they did diverge from the source material. I knew they were diverging after episode 8 from what I heard from Anime News Network article. And I'm glad they did, because it would not have been received well. It's really the best way to put it. It would not been received well. It would have been great. It would have been very good and very original. But it would not have been perceived well. No. It would not have, because the way they presented Fuuka as a character. And, you gotta be able to do, things like that very good. And in a romance, there's very certain shows that can present it like this. But this is a happy-go-lucky series, and to have that happen is kind of ooh, fans would not be happy. A show like ReZero, they have a little, this picture of Ren would have been dead for sure. It would have been sad, but ReZero, it made itself what it is right off the rip. And Fuuka, per se, it did not. It made itself completely different. It's presented itself in a way to where this is supposed to be a fun, sad, a mixed bag of feelings kind of show, but it's supposed to be a happy show in the end, That would have been nuts. Yeah. But as always, guys, if you've been Hex, you should leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, X25. We'll see you guys next time. Peace. And be sure to check out my Patreon down in the description below. Ow. Yeah, baby. Peace.